When all hope was lost, I almost made one of the craziest comebacks in my whole Yu-Gi-Oh career, live on feature at the Yu-Gi-Oh National Championships. So I'm going to be reviewing my feature match and show you guys why you never give up. So let's jump right into it. Duelist. Alright, let's jump right into this. Got Billy and Assault on commentary, which is sick. We got Logan Johnson. Oh, man. Oh, dude, what a great duelist. Be sure to check out his podcast, the On the Bubble podcast on AaronMcInnes' channel. He's a great duelist, guys. He's the real deal for sure. When I saw that we were playing the future, I knew it was gonna be a good one, and we got the kid. Yeah, stake your soul. Your nose is mine. Yeah, I love that. Look here, duelist. Yeah, hit him with that little bit of okay, I like that. One more sneak attack. Don't even play with me. You will never guess my second move. Yeah, yo, it was like butterflies in my tummy when I was in there, guys. It was such a surreal moment, just standing on the stage, looking around, seeing all the duelists. Pretty epic. Alright, let's get started here with game one. We're gonna go dice roll, and let me show you guys Sportsman Masterclass right here, okay? This is very important. Sportsmanship Masterclass. Take close notes. He rolls 12. Woo! Joking, make a little joke for 0.5 seconds. Switch the subject. First or second. Good luck, duelist. I don't even care about the dice roll. Are you kidding me? And then I saw he's playing Cool Tune, and I'm like, fuck! I lost the derby over fucking Cool Tune. Fuck. No, I'm just joking. I wasn't like that. I was just locked in here. Of course, he's gonna be Cool Tune comboing, so we're gonna like maybe just speed this up, guys. So my hand is really epic, and we're gonna see it shortly off the freaking rotary. He wants to play around Droll here, KTS and draw phase, and then goes normal summon rotary. I don't know if that's like his only name, but that's probably like his best way to be Droll or some shit like that. He goes 1 track maker, 2 rotary. Tell me why. I don't know why. I think he knows I'm not gonna ash this because maybe was gonna ash like the KTS and draw phase, but like I don't know. I never seen that. I don't see, and he went for it another game too. I was a little confused. Of course, man, double black chaos Griffle, double records of rights, pretty butt cheeks. And the top deck is even better, bruh. That top deck is even better, bruh. It's another Griffo. I spoiled it. It's another Griffo. So this game, unfortunately, my hand is really poo-poo. And I made like a bad play on my first, like my first play was just not the right one. Q, look at Mind Shuffle Griffo. Stacking the Mind Shuffle is definitely better because Griffo can be normal summon, and then I have like 1 to be pitched from my hand. So he probably should have just gave me the Mind Shuffle, to be honest. Unless there is a chance that I do play the 1 where he'll get rewarded here, but it's pretty unlikely because most people, almost all versions, will be playing 2. It's definitely unusual to play 1. Not that I've never seen it before. So yeah, is this his end board? He has got a Rico on there just hanging out for the vibes. Yeah, he's there for the vibes. And he goes end phase. He has a KTS in hand that I know of. So if I Griffo now, then he's just gonna chain KTS, chain Zalin. He goes end turn, and then he asks me for anything, and I ask him end phase, or are we agreeing to leave the phase? He says yes, and then we go to my turn. So just so he can't stop my Griffo. Even though I'm top decking a Griffo, I would rather him not resolve the KTS to add the clip, because in that case it's pretty much the same thing except he resolves the KTS and I lose the card. So at this point I might as well just hold it. I have 2 Griffos, 2 Ragged Records, 2 Black Chaos. And to be honest, I should have just pitched Black Chaos's first play. I went draw phase, standby. I didn't think he would negate any of the hand effects, but still, it was just not the right one to start with. So he just chained Remix, chained Zalin. Why do I have a set card? Oh, I actually do successfully set it. But it's not the effect I should have used. Ragged Records, he ashes it. Mind Shuffle, it gets negated. I'm out of there, boys. Yep, I mean, that game was not really much I could have done there. My hand was pretty bad. Maybe if I had started with Griffo during the draw phase, I could have got some like value out of it. Maybe I should have done that just because my hand was pretty weak. And so that's probably what I should have done that duel for sure. And also just started with Black Chaos to pitch instead of Griffo in case he stops it. But he knows I have multiple, so he literally should just wait for the Mind Shuffle. He's not going to make a big mistake like that. I need him like to toss the shit if there's any chance for me to win in that duel. Like he needs to fully throw. So we're getting shuffled up for game 2. Look at these beautiful shots with my fresh cut. Look at this guy. Oh my god. Let's get it, of course. Oh, there's a... And over here I say, hey, is it cool if I get the pad after? Am I allowed to take the pad? Can I take it home? Like as like a souvenir? And he's like, no, you can't. I'm like, can I have a couple pages though? And he's like, okay, fine. And I'm like, thank you. Let's go. Shout out to that judge. Next game, I'm going first, of course, as many viewers enjoy going first in their strategies. And my hand was so awkward here. I remember so awkward. It was like Deception Griffo were my starters, and I had some like really like I had Talent, and he draw phase Perulias, and I have Talent and some other stuff, and I may have had a brick or two. So I go Deception Tribute Droll on the Droll, of course. Droll like sometimes is good on top of your board against Cool Tune, but if it's like your only hand trap, like, and you're not like resolving your shit, like you're dead. So and F and V there as well. So we go Hallowed. In this spot, I'm like, you know what? Like I can go Mood to get the draw for the Wanted, as well as the Diabell in hand, so then I could pitch it for my opponent's turn, so that Mind Shuffle can now like put a 7 on board without having to play into Peru. Because I already got my Deception, there's no reason to ever special Diabell from hand. Unless I'm doing some kooky shit. Which, to be honest, like, at this point, I kind of realize, like, I want to give my opponent maximum 1 off my Ritual Monster. Because even if I get through the Azamina engine here, it's just simply not going to be enough, no matter what. The commentators were kind of confused about my play a little later, but we'll get to that soon. Drop the Wanted. And I'm like, okay, drop the Griffo. Gorgeous secret rare Griffo. So pretty. Set shuffle, activate. Activate on activation. I hate having to say that. I wish that was just like a standardly like accepted thing that everyone just activates the effect on activation when they flip it and use the effect. Yeah, gotta say that. Don't forget to say that. To my Mind Shuffle into Skull down cost, add. And I definitely am planning on summoning this in order to like have the 7 for Mind Shuffle, and also just like get set up properly, because Diabell is not always gonna land during the opponent's turn off Mind Shuffle. So I go Ritual Spell to add back here. If I let it resolve and then Mind Shuffle gets, if I let Bell resolve here and then Mind Shuffle gets stopped on my turn, then I lose the game guaranteed. Or Diabell gets stopped, or like with Sylvia, right? Because so if he goes like Fallen Virtuous plus Call By plus Bell plus Ogre, or there's a couple other combinations there that I lose to. So I just like, I'm like, okay, I just have the Sylvia for my turn, have the talents look at hand, gonna look at his hand, type his hand, set up my mid-range board with the guy, Mind Shuffle, and Diabell in hand in order to have like the second layer there. And yep, he concedes there to the hand look. I wonder what was in his hand. I guess we'll never know. Those games were both pretty uninteresting, although game 3 is where it really gets freaking crazy. The game 3, dude, I like to give a good show for game 3. Give a good show for game 3. So let's ride right into that one here. Going second, I'm siding in my slots, a couple of lavas, some extra stuff. Alright, jumping into the game 3, we got Logan going first with his Cool Tune deck. Please give me a Charmy. Please. Something. Anything. Please. In my head. Cool Tune is just such a hard matchup with this deck. All their guys target your freaking guy, and they also just like overwhelm you with interactions. I look at my hand. No hand traps. No. It's okay. He starts KTS drop phase again. Not sure if he does this when he has no Cool Tunes, or if he's only doing this to get the Rotary to beat the Droll. I haven't fully identified it at this point. Okay, yeah, he did it. Always to beat Droll, I guess. He did see the Droll in my deck in game 2, so that's very fair, very fair. And he synchros off the Ogre. I'm like, oh, Ogre. Me no likey. So I show him my hand, and guys, I'm not gonna lie, this hand, believe me, it's butt. This is a butt hand. We got two pushes, Black Chaos and Avarice. If that gets stopped, barely 3, like, you know what I'm saying, if we sauce it up properly. But like this hand, when my hand was revealed, I'm like, you know what, I'm just like gonna pretend like this is the craziest hand. I'm gonna act nonchalant. So I was like hella nonchalant. I'm showing him my hand. I'm like, yeah, check this out. Huh, yup. I got a freaking mind shuffle. My best trap card. Yes. I'm just joking, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, trying to figure out what cards I know in hand, trying to figure out like what opening I'll eventually have or whatever it may be. I'm just trying to like do some valuable thoughts at this time. Trying to figure out what lines I have. I will say Logan plays pretty unusual versus like a lot of the other cool tune decks I play versus. Especially during the opponent's turn, like and one time it actually messed him up, but we'll jump right into that. So he goes for Q, Rico, Zalin. He looks at my top 2, Wanted Souls, which is like pretty okay, but like at the same time, like I want to really search the souls at the end. And Wanted would have been a really nice draw with this hand. But let's see what we can do with that. Souls, Black Chaos, Mind Shuffle, Ritual, Skull, and Pot. So again, not a crazy hand. Not a crazy hand. And my opponent has Zalin, KTS, Remix, Toon Hand that both of which I don't know at the moment. Which are probably non-engines. So, and he's got the Ogre in graveyard, so he's gonna have a third. It's a tough board. It's a tough board, especially with that hand. Like this is not the craziest cool tune board ever, but of course with this hand, like it's Tapuku. So I go Black Chaos. He goes Remix immediately and Zalin's it. I was like, take that? Take that? That was actually insanely good for me because right now, and now look, this is the part that got me confused because I'm trying to like figure out, would he have Ash Blossom in hand because he didn't summon it off Q, and I think he summoned Bell off Q if I'm not mistaken, or was it Rico? I think it was Rico actually. And now look, so I'm like thinking here, he uses Zalin, so he probably does have Ash Blossom in hand. But look, so he adds Mix, and I'm like, oh shit, he has Ash Blossom. And he's like, Resolution? He's thinking for a second. He goes KTS right away. I'm like, wait, what? So he doesn't have Ash, because he's getting out the Omni Negate immediately to threaten the Sloth, right? That was my thought process there, and I'm like, wait, so now he doesn't have Ash, because he's only doing this right now in order to just respect the Sloth. He has to be, right? Because he just wasted a big interaction. So I'm like, okay, I need to get this RS out. So I go Souls. I'm going to make him pitch a card here because my Mind Shuffle is never going to contribute. And I know that this is like, he does not want me to draw a new card. So if this takes RS, that would be awesome. But most likely it's just either going to get me a draw or I'm just going to get a hand trap. And he decides to go clip on Resolution for back-to-back. We're going back-to-back. Come on, you heard me. We go back-to-back. Yeah, we're going back-to-back. All right. And Billy said it too. Oh, we're going back to back here. All right, Lana seems to have some response here. Souls for 1. Okay, we're just gonna be activating Souls for 1. So no graveyard effect, right? Sorry, it has no graveyard effect. Yeah, you can tell Logan is unfamiliar with the deck fully because he asked me if he has graveyard effect, which kind of like. I kind of realized that he wasn't fully familiar with the deck, the way that he was interacting with me. So, again, no shade, he's a crazy player, don't get me wrong, but this game he definitely made a big error here. So, I'm in this spot, guys. I have Skull, Ritual Monster, and, do I have one more in hand? Rituals, and Sloth. So, I see the line. Wait, in a moment I see the line. I'm like, Skull, I need to put away his Rotary to stop the Loudness Ward to threaten my Ritual spell. And I put back Zal in here, which was maybe a mistake. I thought it was like more like pretty standard to play 2, but apparently that's just not correct. It's usually the one of. I just didn't want him to start with Q to get it during his turn, but here I think maybe was a mistake. So he gets loudness out, and he has mix in graveyard, mix on field. Like he could have easily went mix track maker, pop souls bounce skull, and I lost in this moment right here. Rips cross sheep and he bounces my skull, and I'm like, oh, I see the line done right here. One time I know what I need to be, exactly what needs to be done. So I'm thinking about tribute summoning first, but wait, and then I'm like, wait, I need to not show him my play in case it does like kind of assist me later. So I'm just gonna go pot of sloth now. He's gonna RS it, right? RS, nice. Exactly what I had expected. He banishes mix, which was crazy. He could have chained loudness banish mix, chain RS negate, which was again another error. But he didn't expect me tribute summon this. I swing into B2B, and at this point pot of sloth is not resolved. So immediately, like, this is exactly what I need to do. I need to add back sloth off the D mod and then activate it again. And at this point I had cleared the B2B, I had cleared the RS. Loudness is not a problem. Because I've cleared the rotary, and at this point, like, I don't think he has Ash, because he would have. I was just confused that he had made the RS so fast. I'm like, at this point, my heart is beating. I'm like, oh my god, is it Bell? This is the one thing I needed to clear. But it's not Bell. It's not Bell. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm about to do this. I cleared Bell. That was in my head. That's all that was left. That was all that was left in my head. Loudness is not a threat. I'm like, oh my god. Is it another Veiler? Is that another Veiler in my head? I'm like, come on. Affect that back? He reads it. He just wants to make sure. Can it be affected by the effect of Veiler? I'm like, oh man, he's got it. He's got the Veiler. He's got the Veiler. No. He's thinking, he goes, sure. Oh my god. I'm thinking in my head, slots resolving. Slots resolving. I just need to find Diabell or Wanted. And this game is like, okay, first I fully clear the loudness, because I like kind of half cleared it with by removing the rotary. And this is just gonna be better for like not giving him a chance to interact with some other shit, of course. Just do it before. So he goes banish Q, whatever, top 2. And here you can see me do a big breath. It's so, my nerves were peaking right here. I'm like, this, please resolve. Sloth. That's Ash Blossom. No. My reaction there was so, like, I was like genuinely so shocked. I was like, whoa. Like, that was actually my genuinely so shocked face. And at this point, I'm like, ah. Summon the Black Chaos. I'm gonna try to clear 2 guys. If I had souls still in deck though, I could still sauce it up. But yeah, it was unfortunate it was on the top of the deck there. So I'm just thinking about clear 2 guys. And there's the debate to link climb into like access code, or to just chill on my 2 guys. I'm trying to debate like what I clear and what I do after that. So like I need to clear something specific based on what I want to like end on my board. And I figure out that B2B needs to go for sure, obviously, because he can just punch over both guys instantly. And then RS is also just massive to kill one of them instantly. I kind of need to take out his resources, but I gave him back the Zalin, so maybe without the Zalin, maybe he would not be able to go for game. But after the game, I had asked Logan, and he said he still did have game, even though because he has the crackle and he had a line there. I'm not sure exactly what the line looks like, but he kind of broke it down a little bit. Maybe I should have made link climb into access code, clear the rest of his stuff. But in the moment, I just determined, look, two towers can't be too bad in a spot like this. So it goes Q. I look over the crowd. So close. Guys, with that hand, I was so close, to be honest. That was like really not a great hand into like, I would say, above average cool tune hand. It wasn't the craziest hand ever, but it was like really better, a lot better than my hand. which is totally chill. Again, I'm just really happy about the way that I played. He goes chilling 3 rotary again. Okay, this time it was for the bottom deck effect, which is okay, but Logan, why do you do it, man? He's got his reasons, guys. Trust me, he's definitely like he's a great player, so I'm not trying to like disprove his play. I'm more just like so unfamiliar that like I don't want to like assert, oh, this, I think this is why he's doing it, but I think he's just like really trying to like get full information and make his plays completely based off information exclusively. You're not trying to find any surprises, you know, at all, which I could respect that. That's a pretty safe style if I had to guess. I just said I wouldn't guess and I fully just guessed. Yep, it's not looking so good, boys. Mr. Stark, I'm not feeling so good. And now here he makes the Zalin that I gave him back, which... Oh, no, he doesn't make Aegos RS. Pops my guy. I'm waiting to see 8,000 before I'm getting... Like, I mentally just, like, prepared to scoop. Hand on the deck. Immediately, guys, look. Sportsmanship masterclass. Are you... Look at this. I surrender with the official fucking anime rules. Was that shit not tough? And, like, it took me a bit of my heart to just, like, okay, I just need I lost a duel. Now I just need to be the nicest and most sportsman person possible. Because no matter what I feel inside right here, the number one thing is respect. So I made sure to congratulate Logan on his victory. Scoop it all up. I shouldn't have got that close, definitely not at all. But I was literally one Ash Blossom away from completely smacking up that board. Congratulations to Logan, that's such an epic duel. Yeah, that's why you never give up. Really, your opponent could be a little bit unfamiliar with your deck or your build specifically. And here me and Logan are just talking about what he had, and he's like, yeah, I just needed to pop the souls. And I'm like, yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, and I'm glad you didn't, but it's all good. I'm just, you know, it's a great duel. I was just more trying to like soak it all in. And he's trying to tell me, oh, here's like all the misplays I kind of made, which is really good on him to recognize his misplays and immediately like check them and correct them for the next duels coming up. And Logan ended up winning out and going to Worlds, not winning out the tournament, but like winning out all the way to Top Cut and going to Worlds. So be sure to check out his podcast. I'm sure they're dropping a banger episode. We had a great duel, and yeah, big congratulations to him. And I think that's it, duelists. I think that leaves us off with what we have to do here. Thank you so much for watching the feature match, guys. Thank you for supporting. I saw so many people commenting in the YouTube feed, duelist. And yeah, it was the commentators almost lost hope in me, but Billy saw the line. He's like, wait, there's a sloth in graveyard that Milan didn't really fully resolve, and he's got the D-mod in hand, so... Yeah, it was a great duel. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna catch y'all duelist.